Alright, fellas, leaders, now taking a look at the second episode of Buffy Season 6, Bargaining Part 2. Xander carries the weakened Willow off toward the magic box, but Tara and Anya will meet them and they can try to contact Spike and Dawn. The Buffy bot is in the possession of the Hellions and getting beaten badly. Meanwhile, beneath the ground, the real Buffy claws her way out of her coffin. Xander stops selling in a magic shop. Will wants to try the resurrection spell again. Xander tells her they can't as the urn of Osiris was broken. Will tells Xander that it was the only one in existence that can't be repaired, meaning that Buffy is truly gone forever. Tara and Anya pause on their way in time to hide from a few of the demons, and over their conversation about visiting some stores. With the demons trashing their houses on their street, Spike explains that the Hellions attack places that are vulnerable, and he and Dawn realize that the Buffy bot ruse has failed. They appear to leave for a safer location. Spike assuring Fred and Dawn that he will protect her. Buffy finally breaks out of her coffin and reaches the surface. She walks through the damaged streets of Sunnydale. Back in the magic box, Tara and Anya return to find that the store is still safe. Tara casts a guiding spell to locate Willow and Xander. Xander questions Willow's directions back to the shop and the power of the spell she conducted. Tara's spell sends a small blue light to guide Willow and Xander back to the magic box. Buffy bumps into a car, setting off the alarm and causing the owner to threaten her with a shotgun. Out on the streets, Spike knocks one of the demons off his moving bike and takes it for him and Dawn to ride off on. The gang makes up the shot to discuss their plans and how they're going to deal without Buffy, Spike, Giles, or a strong Willow. The real Buffy stumbles upon four of the demons on their bikes, which are chained to the limbs of the Buffy bot. The Buffy bot notices Buffy, but is then ripped apart when the bikers drive off in four different directions. Buffy screams, drawing attention to herself, and runs off, followed by the bikers. The Scooby Gang is armed and ready for battle, discussing the reasons for their failure, when Buffy drops down from a fence in front of them. While the others believe her to be the Buffy bot, Willow recognizes her as a real Buffy, but scares her off. The gang falls as Xander realizes that the spell brought Buffy back to life inside her coffin. Buffy is frightened and confused, but is motivated to beat the demons when Razor and his crew try to hurt her and her friends. Dawn and Spike find the Buffy's head and torso. While Spike looks for the rest of her, the robot hints that the real Buffy is back before it shuts down for the last time. Dawn takes off, leaving Spike screaming for her when he doesn't know where she went. Buffy finishes off most of the demons before she runs off to Glory's tower. Razor awakens and fights with Willow, Tara, and Anya, use various weapons and magic. After strangling Willow, Tara kills him with an axe. Dawn tracks Buffy to the tower and follows the Slayer as she heads to the top. Buffy remembers what occurred the last time she was there, until Dawn interrupts Buffy. Buffy questions if she's in hell and contemplates another jump. The tower starts to collapse as Dawn begs for Buffy to come with her. She and the others need her. When she sees Dawn in danger, Buffy quickly uses a rope and pulley to get them partially to the ground. Buffy cushions the fall and rolls him out of the way before the tower completely collapses. Dawn hugs Buffy while telling her sister she's home, listening his face impassive. Let's take a look at some continuity notes from this episode. The spell Tara uses to find Willow and Xander in the woods, the same spell Willow unsuccessfully tried to perform in fear itself. While Buffy is on the top of the tower, she remembers sacrificing the gift and begins to repeat part of her final speech to Dawn, saying, "Donnie, I have to." Dawn also reminds Buffy that she told her to be strong, and then begins saying, "Live for me," in reference to this speech. Aww. Let's take a look at some production notes. It had a production number 6ABB02. This episode was originally conceived as a self-contained episode called Hell. This is the first episode in the series with Anthony Stewart Head as Giles. Now let's take a look at a broadcast note. The 2-hour season premiere of Bargaining Parts 1 and 2 on UPN attracted 7.7 million viewers, the second highest viewership the show's ever received, behind only Innocence. And now let's take a look at some pop culture references. Jennifer Satira as the Tinkerbell fairy from Peter Pan. Xander's line, "Yeah, we got trouble," right here in Hellmouth City. The references song, "You Got Trouble" from the musical The Music Man. Xander's retort about his ex's size. The better could he done to say his grandma, It's a reference to the dialogue between the girl and the wolf in the tale Little Red Riding Hood. And now finally, let's take a look at some goofs. The car Buffy starts the alarm has the same license plate as her mother's Jeep. In the scene just before Razor reawakens and attacks the Scoobies, he literally gets up on the right hand of the screen just before the shot of him opening his eyes. Multiple cameramen are visible on the ground while Buffy is standing on top of the tower. During the scene in the tower, a small microphone can be briefly seen above Dawn's head. As Dawn screams for help, a shot shows her on her knees, and Buffy moves into the shot as if coming to the rescue, but then changes to close up Buffy's face, and she hasn't moved yet. Interesting. So really, I think it's the conclusion to the beginning of season 1. The beginning of season 6. Sorry. It's actually really dang good, and hey, Buffy's back, so yay! So overall, I give Bargaining Part 2 4 vampire stakes out of 5. My tune in is basically the final episode of the day, Afterlife. So until then, here endeth the lesson.